How's everyone? I hope you're well. So we're going on a little road trip today. Just got myself a new van a few weeks ago. I show you. I do a little tour when we stop. Don't know where we're stopping tonight, but what we did do, as you saw earlier, is we flicked a little bean. We flicked a little bean onto the map of Scotland, and wherever the bean lands is where me and the dog are going. So, sleeping in the back of the van. Tried it once already, did a trial run. It was awesome. Jessie had a great time. Apologies about the camera, by the way, but I need to get a new iPhone, but for some reason the camera is proper scratched or misty. If anyone knows how to fix it, well, buy a new phone, I suppose, is the answer. But if anyone else has got any brilliant genius ideas, please let me know, because it doesn't work when it faces this way. When it faces the other way, it's absolutely fine. But anyway, so we're off to Oban. We're off to Oban and Argyll. We're going to, don't know, we're going to eat some fish. I say we, I mean me and Jessie, by the way, my dog. She's sitting in the passenger seat, not really enjoying the winding roads, but she's going to have to get used to it, because this is the new, weekends. Anyway, I'll update you a bit more whenever we find somewhere to stop. But tonight I'm going to also be using the Park for Night app. First time I've ever used it, so I haven't got a clue how that's going to go, if I'm being honest with you, but we will just roll with it. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? What's the worst that can happen? I hate to think actually what the worst that could happen is, but there we are. So we're going to use that. We don't know where we're stopping. We're going to head towards the Oban direction, and then from there I definitely want to go down from Oban to Inveraray, maybe head to Inveraray Castle. So that's on my list to maybe at some point. Don't know how long we're going to go away for. That's the joy of having a van you can sleep in. We're going to roll with it and see where the road takes us. And yeah, I do a little bit of a tour, and I'm going to do a bit of a tour at the back of my van. Just be warned, it's not an Instagram van by any means, and I didn't want it to be an Instagram van. I wanted a functional van that I know I can sleep in if I want to. So I'll do a bit of a tour later on. I'm also going to go through what I've packed, because I think when I was contemplating getting a van, I was always a bit like looking for videos on YouTube to think about what shall I pack, what shall I take. And of course, like, everyone's been camping and they know what to take, but I'll show you my setup anyway, how I've got my cooking and my toilet facilities and my sleeping, my sleep set kit, sleep set, sleep kit. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to be doing lots of these across the summer, every couple of weekends away. So I'll be flicking the bean. To see where we go next time. Anyway, love you. Bye. So the first part of our journey took us from the Highlands of Scotland in Inverness, down through Loch Ness and Drummond-a-Jockett, and ending up down in Fort William. From there we headed to Glencoe. That was one hungry traveller. Good girl. So, let me show you the view. Not very impressed with me at all. I thought, do you know what? I'll bring her something warm in case she gets cold. She looks really fucked off. But she's pretty. She looks pretty in pink. Yeah. Well, you won't be moaning at 3 in the morning when it's 3 degrees, mate, will you? Hey. So we've had dinner. I was going to film dinner, but to be honest with you, it was all a bit of a mad one. So dinner was done. Dinner was tasty. Dinner was chicken breast fried with Jersey raw potatoes are at the shops, everyone, which means that spring is well and truly underway. They've got to be, I would have thought they've got to be the best potato in the world, to be honest with you. And I messaged my mum, who's in Spain. She can't get any Jersey Royal, so I messaged her to say they were delicious, and dinner was delicious. The dog had their dinner too, and yeah, we've had a Glaswegian water, I believe it is. We're gonna have another one actually. That's the other thing about parking in a lay-by, which was playing on my mind on the way down, was that how does it work if you have had a beer and there's a problem, i.e., I don't know, whatever, you've got to move the car. Obviously, if you're in a campsite or an official park up like I am in today, I don't suppose it really matters too much. But obviously, if the police knock at your van, when you're in a lay-by and you've had a drink, that's illegal, right? I would assume it's illegal, but so many questions unanswered, to be honest with you. But so yeah, I put my coat on because it's really, really cold as well, and we're going to I think well, the iPad wasn't charged, so fuck up number 2. The iPad wasn't charged, so I plugged it into my little battery bank. I'm making a list as I'm going, to be honest, because there's things that now spring into mind that I really could do with having. One of them's obviously some sort of Jackery. If you're listening, watching Jackery, could really do with one. Yeah, so but I'll have to buy one, I suppose, like every other bastard does, rather than get it gifted like all your other YouTubers. Or if anyone's got one that they don't want, by all means, please send it to me, and I'll happily recycle, upcycle it, reuse it, whatever the words are. But yeah, so we're just about ready for bed, I think, to be honest with you. Gonna brush my teeth and gonna drink the beer, other way around, drink the beer, brush my teeth. Dog's got her bed ready, and I will I will do a video tour of the van tomorrow. I know I've been meaning to do it, and I should have done it when we got here, but it was all a bit flustered. But I'm just going to go through, I'll show you what I've just bought, just bits and bobs kit wise. I got a really good air mat, sleeping mat. It's a Berghaus one. It's a single one from Go Outdoors. And to be honest, I'm really, really impressed with it so far. It's seriously comfortable for an air bed. They say it self-inflates. It doesn't really self-inflate as much as I'd want it to. So I've had to give it a blow. But apparently you can't blow into air beds because of moisture in your breath or something like that. I seem to think so. So I've had to invest in a little USB blow thing to blow and deflate the airbed. But absolutely recommend the Berghaus single mat. But I'll show you that tomorrow anyway. Got myself a toilet in here, which is a bit of a must for me. Middle-aged man and all that. Can't be doing with keep going out the van. so yeah, so I invested in a little Portaloo thing, so I've got the chemicals in there. But anyway, yeah, I'll run through what I bought with me, because I think I've got everything that I really need now, apart from the electric source. I'm using one of these, like just a normal sort of battery bank. It's quite a good one though, but probably does like 4 or 5 phone chargers I think, which just isn't enough, obviously. But I don't really want to fit a leisure battery in the back and do all that shit, so I'm going to get myself a portable one. But I'm going to finish my beer anyway, and yeah, the plans are tomorrow to continue driving down to Oban, and then from there get some fish and chips, I suppose. Love fish and chips. Get some fish and chips, and then have a little walk around Oban, and then poodle off to Inveraray. So it's been on my list to go for a long time. My family side are linked to that area, let's say. So looking forward to heading over there and having a look around Inveraray, and then don't know what we're going to do after that, to be honest with you. I'm definitely going to stop out tomorrow night as well, somewhere that way, and then but hopefully a bit more planning. I didn't leave Inverness until 4 o'clock today, so it was starting to get dark as I was sort of finding somewhere to pull up. So I want to be maybe a bit more organised, but then they also say don't be organised and roll with it. So you don't know what the best thing to do is, do you? Sometimes these, like today, the best finds are when you just think, fuck it, let's keep driving and see what we find. So there we are. But anyway, I'm gonna watch some YouTube. I'm gonna read some of my Kindle. The dog's gone to bed. Good night, babe. Love you. She's gone to bed, so she's tired, and yeah, we'll see you in the morning. Bye. Hey. So I kind of feel like I'm having a bit of a midlife crisis. Is that quite a normal thing to feel? So I'm 43 years old. I'm obviously not from Scotland. But I live in Scotland now. I live in Inverness, and I moved to Inverness. This has been my 5th year, I think, now that I've been in Inverness, and I won't lie, I don't want to divulge all of my personal life, but let's just say like life wasn't really going particularly well. Particularly too many particulars. Life wasn't really going that well for me, I suppose, where I was. I don't think I was socialising with the best of people and making choices that were, let's say, weren't particularly sensible. And now I'm sitting in a metal box. Seems a bit weird, doesn't it? But I think this is pretty cool, you know. I quite like life like this. Maybe I had like a Romany gypsy kind of relative somewhere along the lines. In fact, my nan on my dad's side looked like a bit. She had black hair. She looked like a bit of a travelling woman. So I wonder if it's kind of in my blood. But there's something quite cool, you know, about living in the back, or not living, but being able just to jump in the back of the van. £15 this cost me, by the way, today. Now, that's well cheap. That's a lot cheaper than a hotel, and it's definitely more comfortable than staying in a tent. That's what I'm thinking. So, yeah, quite like it, you know. Morning. I hope you're all well. So it was quite a cold night, but we woke up once or twice, nothing too major. I wake up probably more at home. Slept well, slept really well. Jessie slept well too. It's a bit rainy this morning, so we've packed up and we've had a wash. Went up to use the facilities. Pretty nice. Had a freshen up, and yeah, all in all, Cregan Station in Appin, between Oban and Glencoe is well worth a stop. Well worth a stop for the money. And yeah, we're going to head off to Oban this morning and see how the weather, if the weather improves throughout the day. I'm sure it will. It's Scotland, so usually probably 30 degrees by lunchtime. Yeah, and we'll speak to you later. Bye. So this morning was just a short drive from Appin down into Oban. So after breakfast and Jessie's second breakfast, as she definitely had some of my black pudding and bacon, we decided we would head off to Inveraray. As to be honest with you, Oban was beautiful, but wasn't a lot there that we fancied doing. So we carried on the journey now down across to Inveraray, which I was pretty excited to get to due to some family links in my name. So when we got there, we had a good look around the harbour and the castle. I wasn't able to film inside the castle, but you'll see one of the castles coming up in a few minutes on the video from the outside. But the main Inveraray castle, there was no photography, so wasn't able to film, but had a great time visiting that. So Inveraray done. We decided to hit the road, not really sure where to or what direction to head in, to be honest with you. So what we did is we headed to Glencoe with an idea of getting to back to Fort William and then heading west out to the west coast. And I'm gonna leave you with the spectacular views of Glencoe, because it is honestly one of the most stunning roads in the world.